everyone, Skillsy Shooter here. Thanks for stopping by. Welcome to QuadFeed, episode 32. We're available on youtube.com/Skillsy Shooter, as well as iTunes, Podbean, and Stitcher Radio if you happen to be on the move, as you are. I'm joined, as usual, by the Lance. I'll say hello to other Chris. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Ronaldinho.
Yo.
What up?
Not much.
Good.
Hello, listeners. How are you?
Listen, how
Good.
pleasant-
That's good.
How pleasant does he sound, isn't it? There's no feedback. And fresh from his Nazi sled convention, hanging around with German men in leather shorts, to quote Blackadder, Benny's back for another week.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag. Achtung, baby.
Schnell or something.
Schnell, Kartoffelkopf. Yes.
The limit. That's all I know.
What did you glean as a result of your epic 12-hour road trip?
It was fucking awesome. It was so good. It was mad up there. We went up to Nambucca Heads and it was like summer up there. It was 27 degrees. Like not a cloud in the
This is winter,
sky.
folks. 27 in
Yeah,
winter.
this is winter.
Get on my level.
And we're in this mad like country beach town, like right on the water. And there's just air-cooled V-dubs just rolling everywhere. And so I was in my element for 3 or 4 days or whatever it was. So that was really sick. The drive was like batshit boring. And the whole idea was kind of to come back in something that I bought, but I didn't really see anything there I liked. So
I saw lots of, and it was as a result of your Instagram or Facebook or whatever, just these, what's the one you want? The Carmen Gear or something?
yeah, Carmen Gear. Yeah.
Carmen Gear. Just some sexy low-riding sleds.
So it was mad fun just to talk Volkswagens, drink beer all weekend.
You know what, though? I mean, for the worst part, and this might be somewhat tantamount to a beating the next time you see me, is like that air-cooled sound just doesn't get me.
You're a fucking dead man.
Yeah, gone.
What do you mean the air-cooled sound?
Well, it sounds like a screw's loose. Put it that way.
But that's the thing. A lot of the times, okay, I probably
Or is that close to reality? Screws are actually...
That's probably
yes,
true.
that is close to reality because a lot of people just don't look after them. You know, like they're old engines, 40, 50 years old, but they were designed to last. So, you know, if they haven't died by now, you know, you've at least got a couple more years out of them. And people don't service them, or they service them themselves and don't really do a good job or whatever. And basically, yeah, that sound is the tappets needing adjusting, or the lifters need adjusting, or they're completely fucked. You know, push rods are leaking, all that sort of stuff. The push rod tubes are leaking and the push rods are bent. So yeah, they do sound like shit. But a properly tuned one or a really nice Porsche air-cooled flat six, mate.
Well, that's where I was kind of going. I went to Burke Street Bakery the other day, and behind the Alexandria one is that Porsche dealership, which is on Gardners Road. A
big one, yeah. They got some cool rides there. I work literally just down the road from there.
And I was kind of like, yeah, I'll pick up a loaf of bread. And,
From the Porsche dealership?
From the Porsche dealership. He said, not today, mate. I went, oh, okay, you want next door? I went, oh, right, cool. Sorry, my mistake. And...
Porsche bread, $250.
So I went into Burke Street Bakery and asked for a Porsche, and he said, no, you need next door as well. And, when I used to live in Rosebery, there was the Audi dealership, which was in, I think it was Victoria Park or just around the back before you get onto the airport. And weekend after weekend, it was great. You just open that patio door and you would hear, the next token rich bastard just going to the Audi dealership and going, 1 R8, please. Yeah. And then I would like to test drive it. And they would, because it was largely industrial, Rosebery, and built on a grid system, it was pretty much just, an eighth of a mile and an eighth of a mile before you got to an intersection. Because it was industrial and on the weekend, it was deserted. And it was super wide as well. So, you'd be sitting there having your breakfast and then just to the symphony of a V10 or a V8 back then, but obviously since then it'll be a V10, just screaming up and down these back streets. It was wonderful.
Well,
well,
you gotta thrash the test car. You gotta know what
Yeah.
you're buying.
But that was like at Amy's, my girlfriend, where she works. She works in Altamont, and that's an industrial area as well. And there's a Lamborghini dealership, the Ford Mustang Saleen dealership, Audi
wow.
dealership. All of them, they're all there. And especially when they pull up in the new Mustang Saleens, or whenever they leave, like the building just shakes.
Yeah,
And
those
in the
Saleens are loud.
Yeah, and in the morning, or mainly in the afternoon, they just line up. All know what to do. They line up, and then just one at a time, they just bang, take off, wait a few seconds, and the next one, bang, take off, sort of thing. And like it's just a
testing
queue.
out the launch control. Don't worry.
Yep, they're just like thrashing it, and there's like no one around. It's pretty cool, except if you're stuck behind them, you like I actually have to be something, and you guys like just pull over or some shit like that, or let me come through on my really slow fart cannon machine.
Fart cannon?
A little four banger.
You're driving it wrong. To go back to that Porsche dealership, when I was sort of going back to the car, there was, I think, probably a new Carrera 4S, and this thing just like had its foot just stamped through the floor. And if I was to close my eyes, you would kind of think that it was just like a mildly tuned Volkswagen.
Well, that's the thing. That
It
Porsche 4S, yes, that's still, even though it's a late model, that's still an air-cooled. There's no radiator in that car. It's still an air-cooled flat six, which is just
So is that
so
the
fucking
excuse
cool.
that you give to the cops? It's like, I need to go fast to cool this thing down?
I'm overheating.
Nice.
I'm overheating. My oil's overheating. But that's so cool because that the 4S is considered the one of the best Porsches and the best air-cooled one that they made. You still know power steering as well, which is so fucking cool. So sick. I love all that
Big
shit.
forearms. You should have bigger forearms.
To turn those massive wheels.
All right. Well, I suppose we
Sorry
should
about that.
hook into. No, I wanted to know about it. I'm a car guy. You know that.
I know.
Let's have a bit of a potter. So I had to tell some of these heathens about the existence of a little known event called Gamescom.
I knew about it, so
You
not
knew about
me.
it, not you.
Not directed at me.
No. And I
Because
think
it's in Germany, though. That's the only reason Ben knows about it.
it is in Germany. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's right next door to the Volkswagen dealership.
Yeah, it's in the fatherland.
And, a couple of websites have done a pretty good job of trying to sort of sum up Ron's dying.
That's a
That
Chris
wasn't
Goff.
me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a Chris Goff.
Oh, so Chris, is it?
Yep,
Damn, sorry, buddy.
he's dead.
I thought he was choking on a rice paper roll or something.
No, that was me.
Okay, all good. But yeah, so a couple of websites have gone sort of above and beyond in trying to sum up some of the biggest things that are going to be coming out of Gamescom, as well as a few rumours. And I thought we would, and even some predictions, so I thought we'd go through them. That's amazing.
Cool.
I was still
Fantastic
coughing.
feedback. I love it.
I didn't hear what you were saying at all.
Really?
Something
didn't hear
about prediction, something. I don't know.
Good. Okay. Good to see I've got you all ready and raring. Sorry, viewers, listeners. Right. So it's been about 12 seconds. So it sounds like we're about due for another Assassin's Creed game. Assassin's Creed Unity coming to the PS3 and Xbox 360. It's the...
Mean one?
Sorry, Unity is the Xbox One and the PS4, but Rogue is the Xbox 360.
Speaking of Assassin's Creed, the movie looks like it's very close to being put in production. They had
it's still
trouble
going
with
ahead,
the
basically.
director, but Michael Fassbender is going to be playing,
Yeah.
so it looks good.
Well,
I'm a
basically, yeah,
Fassbender fans.
the news that came out was that he's still keen, and like everybody thought that he'd kind of forgotten about it. And
Well, it's taken a while.
like he's still busy, but like he met up with the I think he's shooting in Europe somewhere. I'm not sure what for, but when he went up, I'm not sure where in Europe, but he met up with the writers, and he loves the story. That he did say, which I immediately started shaking my head at, was they are going to change some parts. As soon as he said that, I'm like, that's it. We're fucked. We're fucked.
They're
Yeah.
doing that with The Last of Us as well. I read that about The Last of Us.
Yeah, they're going to change little parts, but those little parts that they think are going to be small are going to be massive to the fan base. And I'm like, all right, let me guess. They don't have like if it's something as drastic as they don't have the hidden blades anymore, something like that. That's it. Everyone's
so that's like a massive change.
Yeah, I don't think that would be it. That's an iconic part of the game, and therefore the story, and therefore the movie. But because they haven't specified which period, or if he's going to be having flashbacks to maybe as Altair, or flashback as Ezio or whatever, and they haven't specified if Desmond's going to be in it. If it's going there is apparently going to be the whole future element, but they don't know what yet. I mean, hell, even with Unity, they said that just like in Black Flag. You're basically playing you, and we're going into your like memories or some shit like that. Or something like that. I never played Black Flag. I haven't checked that out yet.
But... when you said Desmond, that reminded me. I think Michael Fassbender is Desmond.
Really?
Yes.
I reckon he's too old to be Desmond. Like, because Desmond's supposed to be like I wouldn't say a teenager, but he's kind of youngish. I'm not saying Fassbender's old, but I mean, I reckon he'd be awesome as being like the badass assassin that he's related to. But that I suppose we'll have to wait and see. But just that little mention when he goes that some things are going to change is already like, oh, come on, don't let us down. But I'm still really looking forward to it, and I'm pretty sure he might be able to break the streak of horrible video game to movie adaptations.
Yeah, he has got the characteristics, but like you said, if they change it too much, it's just going to be a disaster no matter what they do.
Yeah, just like the fucking Mario fucking movie. Oh, man.
Well, I think we've come enough in a Hollywood sense to not make those mistakes.
Well, fingers crossed.
I mean, I'm just sick of Assassin's Creed anyway. I mean, Christ. I mean, is it me or is it a yearly release for this kind of franchise?
They basically said that Assassin's Creed is going to be their yearly thing, just like with COD. They said it, I think maybe last year, or beginning of this year, they're like, yeah, Assassin's Creed is going to be a yearly thing. I think they want to do that with Watch Dogs as well. They said like that's going to be our next big franchise, and I'm like, oh no, don't do the fucking every year thing.
Skip a fucking year, make it good.
Well, that's the thing, and that's the biggest draw card for Call of Duty moving forward. So it's on a 3-year development cycle, 3 different studios, 3 lots of different ideas, and whilst the underpinnings of the game are largely the same, you still got the very different mechanics or time frames or weaponry, whatever era it decides to be staged in. A lot of people were thinking that because Black Ops 2 was, so far in the future, or 2025, that, the game that we're currently going to get this year was going to be
back in the past.
Go back to Vietnam or something. But I think they're kind of done with historical ones because it kind of restricts you. It's not as much creative license.
That's the thing. Like when it comes to like Assassin's Creed, I like the idea that they can change their periods. I didn't like how when you were with Ezio, sure he was a great character, but like I thought they should have just stopped it at 1 and just made that really good. Assassin's the first one was in like all the Holy Lands, all that shit, right? Like back in the Crusades. But 2, when you're in Florence and all that kind of shit, like they should have just left that at 2, and then with 3. When they took the step back, like, fine, move on from that. Don't stay in America, right? That was boring enough. That was already a fuck up. 4, your pirates? And I'm like, all right. And so, like, with this next one, they're just calling it Unity. They're not calling it 5, are they?
No, they're calling it Unity, yeah.
Just Unity, yeah. Well, during the French Revolution, I'm like, okay, that's cool. And, wherever they go on from there, as long as they change it, I'll still dig it, but I don't think they're going to do anything too groundbreaking. So like it'll fall into, at least with me, it'll fall into the COD end of things where it's like, all right, you've done the history, now you're just hitting a brick wall, but I suppose they'll still kind of be fun to play.
Well, just history from another country's perspective. There was a lot of talk about it being Japanese.
That would have been cool.
That'd
That'd
be
be cool.
And then I imagine if you wanted to go still historical, in a similar kind of setting to what, French Revolution or whatever. I mean, you can go to the United Kingdom and have, a perfectly London-based kind of game that would be, in the cobblestone streets of London
Yeah, that'd be
during
cool.
the Depression or something. I don't know. Fire of London or, the Great Plague.
I'm
bouncing
literally-
between periods just reminded me of the Blackadder. Every
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah,
was
Yeah.
different.
that's a really good way of putting it, actually.
Yeah, Blackadder's Christmas Carol, and just having walking the streets going, humbug, 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 Mr. Borgren. Oh, thank you very much.
This is the thing in I think it was Brotherhood, where you go to Montergione, I think it was called, like the place where Ezio lived, and you go down into the cellars.
I think I've been there, actually.
Sorry?
Fun fact, I've been there, I think.
Oh, cool. Yeah, when you go into the cellars in the game, like you see all the statues of all the classic, or not classic, like the legendary assassins during all the different periods of time, and the only one that you need to open up is Altair's, and all the other ones they just mention just like a little bit of story. There's one in like during Genghis Khan's time.
Oh, cool.
In the Egyptian period, and there's a couple others. I can't remember the others, but
So they pretty much mapped out the next 20 years of the franchise in one room.
yeah, kinda. But like they haven't mentioned any of them ever again.
Yeah.
Just Altair. Altair is the only one who ever gets mentioned, and I found those interesting. Even if they had one game that came out and you just played as those assassins during the big parts, like when they had to make the big assassination or something like that, and you just take control of them just for that period, and so you get like 10 periods in one game, I'd be like, that's cool. I would dig that. It'd be a nice rush through, then they wouldn't have to like continuously make, essentially the exact same game in different periods over and over and over. And I'm still waiting for a future one. The future one is the one that I'm really, really looking forward to. The closest thing we got to that was Watch Dogs, really.
Yeah, in Watch Dogs, I hardly actually used the gun. I mean, only when I got bored and just wanted to complete something. But it was fun sneaking around and hitting people with the little stick, whatever.
The baton. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is really cool. But like, I don't know. I'm really looking forward to a future Assassin's Creed story. That's going to really, really gear me up.
Well, that'll have to wait until next year, I dare say. So apparently, yeah, Unity, I suppose I can read this kind of verbatim. They reckon it's going to be all about depth and detail and probably even more sort of reveals on playable characters because it's going to be playable at Gamescom, Unity.
Sweet. I actually love how they said they can put 30,000 people on screen at once.
Wow.
And I think that's amazing. That's because I remember when that came out during E3, during all the conferences, that would, like Assassin's Creed Unity was the only one that I looked at and said, that looks fucking awesome. It looks epic just because of the sheer amount of people on the screen at once.
Yeah.
I loved that. And I got like a bit of a boner over that. Even though it's another Assassin's Creed game, but I was just like, that looks next gen. Nothing else that I saw there really stuck out like massively. That was back then. Time will tell.
So they're going to show Rogue as well for the people who are getting butthurt about being left out, being part of the 360 PS3 crowd who, if Unity doesn't sort of tip you over the line and go, I need to buy a next-gen console, Rogue is for you. Far Cry 4 is going to be, looks like that's going to be playable.
Awesome.
What else is there? Looks like we've also got more information to come on Mortal Kombat 10.
Yeah, that's what I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah.
An announcement of more characters, and so like, fuck yeah. I'm gonna see what else they got. Apparently, Kano was
That was last
accidentally
week.
leaked. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, on a German magazine, gaming magazine, Kano's right there. And you're like, sweet, at least he's back. I thought he'd look a little bit older. If you've got like Sonya and Johnny Cage's kid, like their daughter, and she's old enough to like kick the shit out of all these guys. Like, I thought Kano would look a little old, but it was just like one quick little picture taken of a magazine. So
They're
didn't really get
immortals. They probably just invest their age. Fuck it. Middle Earth. I haven't even heard of this game. Shadow
Is
of
it?
Mordor. From
Oh,
the...
that
Oh,
looks,
so it's a Lord of the Rings game.
it's a Lord of the Rings game. Yeah, that looks awesome. It's basically like you can. A lot of it's got to do with building up kind of a reputation.
Right.
So like you know how you've seen the new Hobbit movies, right?
Negative.
I saw one of them.
I've seen
think
1 and 2. Yeah.
I think you'd only need to see the first one.
Okay.
There's that the part where they're in the lair of the goblins, and then
Yes.
they find the swords. They just find them in a cave.
Barry Humphries.
Yeah, that's right. Barry Humphries is the king of the goblins, Goblin King, right? And they
As Dame
take
Edna
this-
or not?
Yeah,
No,
no, yeah.
as
You haven't seen
oh,
it? Yeah, well, that's exactly what
a
it
Dame Edna looking
guy.
goblin.
Wow, that's horrific. I didn't think it could get any worse.
Yeah, he's they see the sword that the main dwarf has, and they all shit their pants. They're like, "Oh, I know that sword. That sword's
Oh, yeah.
yeah." So like the weapons that you use in that game, like you can scar people and tell them to tell the rest of the orcs that you're coming for them and that kind of shit. And
Oh,
so
cool.
it's kind of like a reputation based thing. I think it looks quite good for a Lord of the Rings game.
Well, the track record seems to be quite good in terms of what they've sort of done before. Apparently, let's have a look here. Well, they're saying in recent years the only thing that they've done that's been fantastic has been Gotham City Imposters.
All right, was that good? I
It's
just had
got-
zero interest in that.
I think it's got a little bit of a cult following in terms of people who wanted to sort of shy away from, God, what's the other one? Not Counter-Strike. Team Fortress.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, sort of a...
Team Fortress is good though. That's
Yeah,
a classic.
So there's that one. They're saying that it's combining elements of games like Uncharted, Splinter Cell, and Assassin's Creed. So what that actually means in terms of a game, bringing that all together and making a game out of it, I do not know.
I hope it turns
Yeah.
out good. It looks good so far to me.
Yeah.
I think it looks great.
There's going to be more stuff on The Witcher, as you probably would imagine.
Fuck yes, that's something I'm so looking forward to.
Yeah.
It just everything about it, like I'm completely invested.
Man-bonering about.
Oh, just
I bought The Witcher
This
2
has
in
never
the
played
Steam
the first
sales.
two.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's right, you
bought
mentioned
it
it a
as well. I
couple
haven't
weeks
played it yet.
Still haven't fired the bastard up.
Yeah, without even having played the first two, and just seeing what you can do and the fact that it's open world as well, is awesome. It just reminds me of Skyrim. But
Should I have any concerns that it's kind of Dark Souls-y, or
I
the learning curve is going to be so crippling that I'll be like, fuck this, and just play COD?
think it would be like not as hard as Dark Souls. I wouldn't like it may look it, but I don't think it would be as soul-crushingly horrible as Dark Souls is, because that thing is just unforgiving. I've officially given up on Dark Souls.
Oh, okay.
Didn't start.
Is that just because of the other people that ruin it for you, or just the game?
Oh no, the game's just pounding me in the asshole continuously.
Is that because of the controls, like the combat controls and
That's
stuff?
just difficulty, I thought, isn't it?
Fucking hard, yeah.
It's that the controls are just stilted as well, but like it's really strict. You have to be really, really strict with where you swing your sword and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And block and
And you really only
roll.
take a couple of hits before you die.
Doesn't take long. And yeah, so I've given up because of that. One day I'll go back and then I'll be like, oh, that's why I stopped playing it. Like 2 minutes into it. Like just the normal foot soldiers, they just rape you. And then once you get used to them, you get to the boss and then you're like, oh, okay, this is fucked. And then you spike the controller and then, play something like, I don't know, Monopoly, because it's less infuriating.
Well, speaking of Dark Souls, the opening line to this article for this other game called Lords of the Fallen. Don't write Lords of the Fallen off as just some Dark Souls ripoff. You guys heard of this one?
No, I haven't heard of it.
Action RPG from... this is a weird article. Yeah. Oh, headed up by the producer of the excellent Witcher 2, Lords of the Fallen is being described as an RPG soup. unashamedly lashing its influences to a banner while proclaiming that it will deliver not a familiar retread, but a heady remix of all the best games you've played before, with other influences as diverse as Street Fighter and Tekken. We could be looking at one of 2014's most interesting RPGs.
Okay.
End quote. Haven't heard of it, so.
No, I haven't heard of it until you just told me about it.
Another topic for this evening was that Evolve was delayed until 2015. That's obviously going to be one of the biggest games at Gamescom.
2014 is just the year of delayed.
Translated into Latin, 2014 is actually called delayed.
Delayed.
There's a few predictions around that there will be a third and final monster revealed at Gamescom, since they revealed 2 of them already.
Okay.
It was like Cthulhu and the Kraken, I think, previous ones.
Kraken.
The Kraken. What else is there? Battlefield Hardline. I'm done with Battlefield. I'm pretty sure I'm done with Battlefield.
Yeah.
How is anybody into it?
Battlefield, it's pretty decent, but
I'm just being slack because I never played it.
I'd still be playing it if it wasn't broken as
Yeah,
fuck.
it's actually Battlefield 4 is free now. If you
For a
have
week. Yeah.
For what platform?
if you have Origin, EA, Steam, so PC.
Oh, great.
Or maybe, I don't know, does Origin work on consoles? I'm
Nope.
still working consoles out. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's free for a week. Yeah, starting from now, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, the early adopters who are quote-unquote the true fans that want to get it day one,
Got fucked over.
bend over, take this AK-47
Well,
in the
that's-
backside.
Kind of EA's standard operating practice.
Yeah, but it's also an admission of guilt of how badly they fucked things up.
I mean, it was broken to begin with. They came out and said that they wouldn't release any more DLCs or anything until they fixed it, which was months ago. So hopefully this means it's fixed. I haven't played it for a long time, but I mean, when I play it, I have fun. So
Well, the worst part about it is that Hardline actually played better than 4.
yeah, it was broken. 4 was broken.
You know, in an attempt to, kind of go, oh, this is what we can do when we get our shit together. But even then, it felt like Battlefield 4.5.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
Don't know about that one, but I'm glad that I'm not on that hype train like I have been on previous years. You know, where I'm waiting in that virtual line for it to be available on Origin, and then hit that download button, and then be sorely disappointed afterwards.
Well, that was something I was going to bring up, actually. There's a lot more companies for pre-orders and stuff. And now it's becoming obvious, like, the pre-orders are different for different platforms, different suppliers.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like with the Tomb Raider one that's coming out. That one, Steam gets different things to a different supplier, and if it's on an Xbox, it's different to, like, the game's still the same, but it's all of the bonus goodies that you get. They're all different. And it's one of those things where if you actually wanted to have everything, you have to buy multiple copies on different platforms.
Seems legit.
Yeah. But apparently that's becoming more common now.
Well, it's another topic I've got for tonight, and how pre-order sales are actually tanking. But
Yeah.
Yeah, no one's pre-ordering anymore. So
No.
yeah.
good.
Or in the
That's
case
that.
of Destiny, probably ordering too much to the point where their pre-orders are now being cancelled. True story.
Wow.
So hopefully Corthell isn't one of those people. Corthell, if you're listening, I feel for you.
Did he order it late?
Well, he was like, I remember him messaging me saying, are you going to be pre-ordering Destiny? And I said, well, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be getting it on Xbox One, because this is back in the day when I wasn't even considering buying a PS4, but flash forward to this week, and mine's already on pre-order.
Is it because it's 50% better?
No, well, I never have sworn any particular allegiance. I mean, I don't subscribe to the whole console war or anything like that. I mean, there's exclusives on both, and then if I can't get it on one, I know I'll be able to get it another. I've rearranged my desk today, as you know. Like, there's a blank space of desk here, just waiting for that white PS4 to come a running.
Are you going to make that part of your desk black so it stands out?
Yeah, we're gonna buy a white PS4 and then just spray paint it.
No,
Thank God.
desk black.
Spray that. Yeah.
Because your Xbox is black on a white desk, isn't it?
That's right. I had to make some changes.
Yeah, half the room needs to be black, and the other half needs to be white.
God, so racist. God. Dragon Age. Who's into that?
I never really got into it.
Good. Let's move on.
Big no from me too.
Big no, Benny.
Yeah, no, not at all.
No from you. I don't know. I think it takes a certain type of person for Dragon Age. What else is there? The Order 1886. So this one, after a couple of delays and a couple of not so nice sort of first impressions that media people have sort of said about. I only just watched an article today about how in the first sort of build, it was kind of like, oh, geez, really? This is the game you were touting as the difference maker and the reason to buy a PS4. So apparently we'll see much more of this game. Is it a shooter? Is it an interactive movie with occasional shooting? Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, so that one, the graphics are different to what it was. Is that what you were saying?
Well, I mean, we've probably all seen the reveal.
Cutscenes, the little trailers and stuff.
Yeah.
Which
And I
look
think
awesome.
That was probably 2013, I think, maybe, when it was first revealed, and everyone sort of lost their collective shit.
And then gameplay started coming out, and then I think it was kind of like, wait, what? This is just like more of the same shit.
Essentially, yeah. It kind of looked like Thief on rails. I mean, Thief was on rails anyway.
Yeah. And the graphics weren't even spectacular for that game. That was a big disappointment.
The graphics don't look that good in this. That's a bit slack to say. Like, they look good, but not for like super duper next gen shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Which
that was...
sorry, yep, no, go.
I was just going to say, I heard that there was a class action against Sony because they advertised the game. Killzone.
Yeah, that guy's such a fucking asshole. And wasn't he trying to sue for everybody?
Well, it's a class action, so it's gathering people.
Yeah.
What a fucking fuck.
And thus ends the review of Ron's opinion on the said man.
I can keep on going.
Does it involve the word fuck?
What a faggoty fag.
Okay.
Shittingly shit.
I'll quote this: new content at Gamescom will surely give us a...
Cunt.
Okay, good. Much clearer picture of what's going on. Is it a real shooter? Is it an interactive movie with occasional shooting? Has it been retooled into the world's first high-def mustache grooming simulator?
Well, I'd buy it if it's a mustache grooming simulator.
As a man who's just shaved off his beard, I kind of sympathise for him.
I just off.
Well, I trimmed. You saw it the other night.
Oh, I thought you meant like clean shaven.
No.
I was going to say that's a dramatic change.
It's a dramatic move. I lost 3 kilos. And
if you have a moustache, every year it costs you an extra 5 cents in fuel.
What?
in relation to payload.
Yeah, because of its weight. You use an extra 5 cents of fuel per year if you have a moustache.
Not 5
Like
whole cents.
A big
Wow.
bushy moustache, or just like a...
Yeah, I would say not stubble,
That's
but not
relative, isn't it?
moustache.
but not a great bushy beard. Just standard sort of.
I'm going to tell my dad that when he gets back and just watch his brain bleed.
Someone did the... I think I heard that from, Dr. Carl.
Oh,
so,
well.
it's got to be fucking true.
I'm surprised they stopped at moustache. I mean, what's to say that a person whose dick is bigger, 1 inch bigger than the next person?
Yeah.
That's
gonna
infinitely
say.
more.
That's why I'm always running out of fuel.
Oh, zing. Is that why your suspension? The suspension on the right hand side of your car is always off.
Oh, yeah.
You need to readjust your dampers and rebound rate.
So good.
Back on topic.
Chris has a large penis.
Okay. They've said that Quantum Break is going to get much, much more of a reveal at Gamescom.
Okay.
That's good. We haven't seen any actual gameplay from that,
Yeah.
so I'm looking forward to that.
So that's apparently
Yeah.
going to be Tuesday at Microsoft's press event. I'll read it.
I like
Say,
that. The production company too. They're good. They do good stuff.
I think they're based in Finland as well, so it's kind of like
So they.
this is their backyard. They want to make a splash.
Nice.
What is it? Gamescom will host the first game's first proper. Here we go. Gamescom will host the game's first proper full reveal, most probably at Microsoft's press conference on Tuesday. It's going to be a very big deal, if not the centerpiece of the whole Microsoft show. It's been a while since Microsoft dropped an exciting, shiny, brand new first-party exclusive, so you know it's going to be out to impress with this one. Yeah, so I guess we'll see what happens there Tuesday. So it's Wednesday our time.
Nice.
I suppose just as for the Australian listeners, it works out to be 3 a.m. Tuesday morning. If anyone wanted to join me with a cup of coffee in solidarity whilst I watch the
What's the
Call of Duty.
the website for that?
Well, pretty much. I think it's going to be Twitch that's going to be streaming a lot of it. I'm referring specifically to the next game, which is Call of Duty, and the multiplayer reveal, which is going to be at 3 a.m. Tuesday morning.
Okay.
So yeah, all you COD freaks, hit me up on Twitter. Actually, wake me up because I don't have all that much confidence in my alarm clock waking me up. So yes, another Call of Duty. It's kind of bad for me to say I'm actually looking forward to this, given the ribbing I've just given Battlefield. I don't know. I'm just a Call of Duty guy. I'm just not a Battlefield guy. Okay.
I think,
Good.
yeah, I kind of like, I
Comments,
say this
people?
every time, I like the fast pace of Call of Duty, but in terms of like looks and everything, Battlefield just looks
Yeah. I'm
awesome.
split.
And it's just mad when you have heaps of people and you can take your time sniping in like the forest or whatever, and
And the maps are actually bigger.
vehicles,
Yeah, but that's
vehicles,
yeah. I mean,
Are there vehicles?
vehicles aside,
vehicles.
Vehicles.
I mean, World at War. I mean, it had vehicles
Yeah.
for whatever reason. It just tanks and stuff. I never played it, but
I had that one on PlayStation 3. That was all right because I like the World War II era sort of games and stuff. But yeah,
And if we're talking predictions, here are some predictions. The Xbox One will get a price cut.
That's a plus.
just sorry, are you talking in terms of games or just the console itself?
The console.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And is that just because the Kinect's gone?
Well, I mean, that's a component of it, certainly.
It's also by the fact that they're not selling.
Yeah. But I mean, they're willing to probably take a loss on every console, similar to what they did with the original Xbox, and just make it up in games.
Yeah, and the PlayStation, they did that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all they have to do to get it to sell is put some games out.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's deceptive, I know, but
I mean, some of the launch titles haven't
It's
even
an
come out.
entertainment system. It does everything, not just games.
Except in Australia.
yeah. Where it won't turn on, it won't get digital TV unless you buy an adapter for $40, which apparently is coming soon.
Oh.
Turns your TV into a digital TV tuner. For the princely sum of $40. Yeah. Another prediction is that if there's not a price cut, there will at least potentially be a new bundle. So it might be a Xbox One with Sunset Overdrive, potentially, or one with Master Chief Collection, FIFA, Forza, blah, blah, blah. These are all predictions. Don't take my word as gospel. And then Sony, just to fuck things up, will probably announce a price cut of its own.
Of course.
Of course. Along with its own bundle, potentially to boost the abysmal sales of the Vita, to try and do a PS4 Vita sexy combo.
Yeah. See, I'd buy a PS4 if that Vita thing worked. I mean, one of the things, I've got a tablet and stuff. I always wanted the, what's the Xbox one? Smart screen. Smart glass.
Yeah.
That just does nothing. Like, I don't know why they made it like a feature. Like, now it's dropped off.
It's just an interface, though, isn't it, really? I mean,
yeah, but...
Do you leave your Xbox One on whilst you're not at home?
No, but it was supposed to be like a second screen and stuff. It was supposed to have little options for the game. That's what I was told. That's what I mean,
there's the remote play for the Vita. I suppose the fact that it's just an actual piece of hardware probably gives it a bit more prominence, and the fact that there's pretty much zero sales for it. Obviously there are, but they might as well be next to zero. And they just want to get more units out the door.
It's because it doesn't have Pokemon.
Funny, the next prediction is Sony will confirm that the Vita still exists.
I used to have one. It was good, but they didn't support it. Like, the games came out and it's
a nice bit of hardware. It looks beautiful. They've redeveloped it. The most recent one, I think, gets better battery life, and it's got even though it's not as good a screen, apparently it still looks good. They've done some stuff with the trackpad. They've done some stuff with the screen. I would have to see what my commute would be in 6 months' time to even consider buying something like that to keep me entertained.
Actually use it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, they support it. They bring out all the games, and then kind of nothing.
Ditched.
It just like there's heaps of games in Japan, but they don't come out here. Or there's heaps of games somewhere else, but we're all region locked and stuff.
Well, the opening sentence to this next prediction was, the Vita needs more than lip service, it needs games. Blah.
Yeah.
Duh. So they reckon there's going to be one or more Vita exclusives announced.
Well, if the Vita, becomes more of a major thing, I might switch to PlayStation. Because, like you said, when you got the commute, it works really well.
Yeah.
If there's some good games.
I mean, I'm on public transport with Sophie anyway, so it's kind of like, hi, darling, I'd love to talk to you, but I've really got to get back to this game.
But you can talk to her at home.
I'll let you know you said that. Next prediction was Ubisoft will announce exclusive deals with both Sony and Microsoft. So I don't know whether or not that's game specific, or whether or not it'll be like Sony will get specific Assassin's Creed content, whilst Microsoft might get early beta access to Rainbow Six. These are their predictions. I in no way either concur or disagree with them. This next, well, funnily enough, I do concur with this one. Nintendo will basically be a non-entity.
Which is a shame. They've held in there for a while.
Yeah. The more and more articles I see about the direction of the industry, and them just going, you know what, we've always been about doing things our own way. We're not going to do this.
Well, when they do something, they do it right.
But you've got to do it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
They're turning their back on the entire industry.
Yeah.
It's,
nice to play a game that I like on one of their systems.
Yeah. Well, it's getting a lot further in between good titles.
You'll like this one, Ronnie.
Oh yeah. Shoot.
Sound any less excited. There will be new gen ports revealed. Sleeping Dogs being one of them.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I read about that. It's cool, but I don't know.
I'm glad I
It's just-
passed on it in the Steam sale because I mean, not that I knew at one point in time it would be coming to the Xbox One or PS4, but I'm like, you know what? It could be a case of The Last of Us. I'll just get it remastered.
Yeah,
And
like
play a good classic game.
That'd be good if you can get all the other titles with it as well. A bit like the Master Chief Collection.
Well, there's only been one Sleeping Dogs, isn't there?
Oh, has there only been one? Sorry, I thought there was
Yeah.
two.
no, there's only one, but like yeah, they're just gonna remaster it really and then release it and for Xbox One, is that right?
Yeah, for both.
Oh yeah, well, super. I don't know. I'm just kind of like they're not like super old games. Like I remember before when I mentioned that about Last of Us, and you said how does Grim Fandango fare? And I'm like, well, you can't buy that anymore. You know,
Yeah.
it's not
See, that's
accessible.
a good game to remaster.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm not split. I'm just kind of like, oh, cool, but I don't know. Yeah, people who never tried it before, yeah, give it a crack. But, I
As
still
long as they
haven't
don't
finished
change
yet.
it. Like,
Yeah. Because I mean, the story is quite good.
yeah.
So I am looking forward, finishing the game actually. But this new thing, I'm like, all right, it's cool, I suppose. There's a thumbs up. I've got my thumbs up, so like, it's for that. But we'll see.
There's another one saying that there's a slightly better chance you'll see Fallout 4.
That's something to be excited about.
I'd be interested in that.
Incredibly.
Sell me.
Sell you?
Sell me on it.
I just can't believe you haven't played Fallout 2.
No, that's one of the biggest things is like there is no sell it to me, play it.
You got to play Fallout 2.
Like
I'm not selling you shit. I don't have to.
It's like
Do
you're
it for yourself.
basically selling it. It's basically like
Write that down one sec.
even like with Skyrim, and they're very similar because like Bethesda, right? Same studio. So play them. Like
Yeah, start with
they are
number two.
massive things that everybody those are games that people fucking love, and they're still just as popular as they were when they came out.
The first 15 minutes will drive you insane. But
Yeah.
once you get out of that first dungeon, it's awesome.
See, I watched Wings of Redemption playing Fallout, and I'm just like, this looks boring as batshit.
No,
Which one? The first
Who,
one?
who played it?
Wings of Redemption, he's a YouTuber.
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot. Like just straight up, "Oh, this is boring as bad shit." Oh,
No,
go
this is
suck a
me.
cock.
No, this is me saying it.
Oh, well,
Was
go
it the
suck a cock.
first-
Fat I thought you said somebody else was.
No, he's playing it on Twitch. He's streaming it and stuff. And I hear his mechanical keyboard going, 10 to the dozen in the background. I'm doing it with no stim packs. I'm like, what the fuck's a stim pack?
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like when you get into it, like you
Yeah.
get a bit of the lingo and what they call they're just like little health packs, basically. And
But you can't really watch it. Half of it is the story. It's kind of like a choose your own adventure story.
yeah, you make it up as you go along. You,
Yeah.
like watching somebody else is completely taking it out of your hands, and that destroys half the fun of it.
Yeah, it's kind of like Mass Effect, where you get to choose the way you interact with some people and stuff, and you basically choose where you want to go. You're given one quest which you're supposed to do, and you pick up others along the way.
Yeah,
And the storyline's just fucking mad. This dialogue is fucking mad. The jokes are mad. The references are mad.
That's right, and you're constantly
Bad.
since you're constantly upgrading your own stats. You can choose to be like really quick with talking, or you can be really good with guns, or
Or really dumb and just shoot yourself in the foot, like literally.
and you're constantly repairing stuff. Like it's awesome, and I wouldn't want to sell it to anyone. I would just be like, we'll pick it up and play it, like, because I don't want to describe it. You know what I mean? I'll try my best, but I won't want to. I'll just be like, it's all in your hands. You choose everything.
Yeah. Don't make the mistake that I did, where instead of buying from shops, I just decided to kill everyone.
Kill them.
Yeah.
Because later in the game, when I ran out of everything, I couldn't buy anything because everyone was dead.
Yeah.
So I had to
Steal it.
restart.
Oh.
You couldn't steal anything because no one was stocking shelves or anything. Everyone was dead.
There's like
And just-
there's a money system as well. So like just like in Skyrim, you'll end up getting shit that's really expensive, but people just don't have the caps or that's the currency in the game to give you enough money for it. And you rob them all blind basically, and you keep getting all this awesome shit, and then you're not pumping enough money into the economy. You're just like giving them all this shit. You're just selling all the crap the useless junk you find, and it's a kick in the balls, but it's definitely worth it.
It's hilarious.
All the mad ideas they have in number 3 are from number 2, like becoming a slaver, going getting slaves, like village people, and selling them.
Yes, those type of village people.
Yeah. Rescuing people just to sell them.
And then singing and dancing. One of them's a cowboy, the other one's an Indian.
You're my hero.
Construction
How
work.
much can I get for you?
Pretty much.
It's got Monty Python references in there as well.
It's got everything, bit of everything, eh?
I came to a bridge and he asked me 3 questions.
Yeah. That's right. What's your favorite color? Red.
That's
No, blue.
Right, that's like right at the end of the game, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting spoiler alerts for games I haven't played yet.
Well, it's kind of a bit like a random encounter as well.
Yeah.
Some people haven't seen it.
I only stopped on this one because it's 2 words that I haven't seen put together in quite a long time. Sony Bend's PS4 game will premiere. So Sony Bend apparently are the people that made Siphon Filter.
Okay.
I was always a big Siphon Filter fan back in the original PlayStation days. But I haven't seen a dicky bird. So they reckon there might be a PS4 game to premiere. No Man's Sky will apparently be the talk of the show, blah, blah, blah. Sick of hearing about it.
I just want to see some actual gameplay that isn't how they had the tech demo and then they had the actual trailer. I'm like, well, show me what you actually do, right? Like, so far you don't see, like, you know how you have a hand or something like that? You hold up a gun or something like that, at the bottom of the screen or whatever, because it's FPS looking. Like, something like that, a heads-up display. I don't know, anything. Just show me something that isn't something I've seen. That's all I want to see from No Man's Sky, any kind of preview about No Man's Sky. I just want to see something different.
There's a talk that the Lara Croft will make an appearance somewhere.
Like the actual lady? Or like somebody dressed up as her?
I imagine it might be... let's see what
I'd
it
go
says
there
here.
for that.
The downloadable Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris will definitely be there, and I'd say there's an outside chance of seeing a new trailer for Rise of the Tomb Raider, given Lara's hungry fan base. So,
Cool, I suppose.
double-edged sword. Downloadable game and preview. Sony will give us another look at the next-gen GTA 5. That much is true, I imagine.
Game's out. Why aren't people just playing? It's out. Where are the heists? That's what I want to see. Where are the heists?
Well, that was a topic I've had for another...
Apparently when it launches on Xbox One and PS4, then the online heists will come in.
Well, okay, that's good, I suppose.
And apparently they're missions from previous GTA games as well.
Interesting.
Oh, okay.
I read that somewhere. Can't remember where I read it. EA apparently will follow up on some of its E3 teasers. Mirror's Edge 2, Mass Effect 4, blah-de-blah-de-blah.
I love that game. Can't wait to check it out.
Mass Effect.
No, bloody blah.
Ah,
That's great. It's a crocheting simulator.
Looks awesome.
BioWare's new game will impress / creep you out. It's that one where it's that guy sitting in that lounge chair and he's got a head of smoke.
I have not heard of this.
It's kind of weird. I don't think it's got a title, but it looks creepy as fuck.
Smokehead.
That's what it's called?
I don't know.
I don't think it has a title.
Smokehead.
So yeah, there's a few predictions there.
Okay.
And I guess we'll all have to stay tuned and see what happens. We'll see how many we were right about on next week's show.
Cool.
I'm surprised. Oh, sorry, are you still going?
No.
Oh, I was going to say no mention of Farming Simulator 15.
You know what? I should take a screen dump because that is the next topic.
Yeah.
The
Farming
sentence,
simulator.
the
Fucking
sentence
hyped.
that I've got here, it's got Farming Simulator Ben. You getting it? Question mark. And then
I am. I cannot wait. The reveal trailer was yesterday? A couple of days ago.
Apparently it's
2 days ago.
amazing.
I'm fucking psyched,
Fu-
man.
I mean, you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of when
Corn-based puns.
no in The Simpsons where
Yard work simulator.
yeah, the yard work simulator, and like early in the episode, Marge is trying to tell the kids to like tend to the yard and like cut the grass and stuff, and as soon as they get to that convention or whatever, or the carnival, wherever they go, yeah, they jump straight onto the yard simulator, and that's
Well,
is it like that? Is that what it's?
It is like that.
No, you're doing it on a much larger scale. I mean, you guys have seen my house. It is fucking ginormous, so I do that shit on weekends. But this is like on a
Combine
huge...
harvesters and
huge scale.
Oh, okay.
straw
Fields.
balers. Anything from the John Deere catalogue, put it that way.
It's
So
time
will
to
we
send
see
a
some
John Deere.
sneaky John Deere
Dear
advertisement in there?
So, what? Huh?
You were talking over each other.
Mine was just a joke from The Simpsons.
Yeah, Ron's one was a lot better than mine.
Mine was just that it's time to send a John Deere, a Dear John. That's all it was.
I've built 2 tractor websites in my lifetime. How's that?
Tractor.
Wow.
Yeah, two John Deere related ones actually.
That's pretty cool.
Fun fact. There you go.
But I'm
I'll write
getting a
that
little...
down.
I'm getting a little bit tired at the moment of Euro Truck Simulator 2, so Farming Simulator will be good.
So you want a
Are you still
vehicle that
playing?
does half the speed.
Even slower than a truck, and yes, I want to be harvesting corn or
Rapeseed oil.
yeah,
So you can mine
maize.
the best tacos in town. You can make fuel from it though. That's what they did on Top Gear, didn't they? They
Yeah,
made rapeseed oil so they could take it to a refinery and get oil out of it. Oil, petrol.
Yeah, it's. I think it's kind of like a bio sort of fuel, like bio
Yeah.
diesel or whatever. That's the same with cooking oil. You can convert cooking oil to run on car engines. And
Prince
stuff.
Charles, I think, retrofit one of his Jaguars to run on
Yeah.
red wine or something.
They,
Or like-
I forget which one it is.
Cod liver oil.
The one that they used in the wedding.
It ran on red wine, did it?
It's well, no.
That's the biggest
No,
load of
it runs
shit
on
I've ever heard.
bio-
No, it ran
Oh,
on.
oh yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
but-
not to the point of like Back to the Future 2, where it's like the trash compactor where he just like puts like a can of Coke and it runs.
We're not there yet. Either way, Farming Simulator, fucking psyched.
Boom.
Can't wait. I'll give a full report on that one.
Can you rustle your neighbour's cattle? Or is-
I don't know.
It was very machinery based.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like plow this, leave this land fallow. Plow this for
Do you have to keep people away from your daughters?
it's standing on the porch with a shotgun.
I'm sure there'll be a mod for that.
That'd be hilarious. Scarecrow. Like buy the best scarecrow you can.
So it'll be a bit like Sims. The rest of the place will be run down, but you have a kick-ass scarecrow.
It's a gold-plated scarecrow. Yeah. Yeah, I knew you'd be into it. I hence the reason me putting down that link. Interesting stuff.
Very psyched.
Did you hear that Paul McCartney apparently is releasing Destiny's title track?
What?
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't hear that, but that's pretty cool.
It's cool. But it's odd.
I guess he
it
needs
is
money.
odd, isn't it?
Like, well, what's he doing that for?
I don't know whether or not he's a consultant or something, or whether or not he's actually got some sort of lyrical input into it. Because, I mean, none of the songs that I heard on Destiny had any words to it, so I thought it was more
Yeah.
of a Hans Zimmer kind of swooping orchestral kind of number, but fuck, I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't remember a song with words.
Was it More Than Words? I love that song.
I'm reading the story here. It said, well, he obviously worked on the 2009 Beatles rock band. I mean, that's I suppose to be assumed. But yeah, worked with Destiny composer Marty O'Donnell on one of Destiny's songs, and the musician plans to release the track as a single later this year.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Weird.
It's interesting. But like, is he like strictly trying to get into video game music or composing for video games, or?
I don't know. I think it's probably just the next sort of logical step.
It's probably one of the only things he hasn't done in music. I mean, he's been around for so long.
That's very cool. I was in the Beatles. I make music for video games.
Whereabouts in England was that?
I have no idea. I don't even know what accent he's doing. I'm just doing that. Going back to The Simpsons. You know how like you'll see them in like somebody's daydream sequence or whatever?
Lisa's normally.
Yeah, Lisa has one where you just hear them. They're all like in a yellow submarine. It's like, hey, look, it's Lisa. And they always sound really, what?
Help us.
Like they're
help
asking
us.
questions.
Oh, help us.
Help us.
Yeah.
We've
I think
crashed.
that's the ones where they don't actually have the people doing their own voice.
Yeah.
When they meet up with Homer, they do their own voice. It's funny.
Mm.
Where did you get that brownie? Over there. What a nice fellow.
Well, one nice fella. What else there? We've done Sleeping Dogs, Paul McCartney, blah, blah, blah. Resident Evil's due for a remake, apparently for current and next gen.
I'd be into that. That's one of the ones where I only ever played the first one because I didn't have the console. I'd be keen to play the rest.
We're in just reboot heaven, aren't we?
Yeah. The last one I played was 5. I think that's the one in Africa.
There's 5, is there? Damn.
Yeah.
The last few were pretty
Yeah,
shit,
I
but
think it was the last one.
Are the movies the same? I've seen like 3 of the movies, I think.
They're pretty bad.
I lost track of that one where it's like they're walking down a hallway and then both ends of it sort of shut off and that laser grid just comes through and just turns them
That
all
was
into...
the first one.
Was it the first one?
I think that was one of the
There
first.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy jumps it.
The guy jumps it, yeah, and it just moves in mid-flight. It's like, just cuts you in half. Awesome.
Can't say I'm too stoked for it, but because the only thing I hated about Resident Evil was stand still, aim. You can't run backwards while you're shooting.
It was a bit of a turn-based kind of thing where you had to keep going forward. You couldn't go back.
It was infuriating for me. I was just like, why can't I walk? Like, isn't this guy like a cop or something? Like, he's a trained fucking policeman or detective or whatever, or special ops fucking person.
Wasn't
but like,
it
he
his
can't
first
walk
day or
backwards and
something?
shoot. It's my first day. How come you can't walk backwards and shoot? It's my
He's
first
not
day.
an ambi-walker.
Tibor.
Look at the game that I made. How
But
many
this was
times you
back in the
said
day.
yes?
It was like pretty good graphics for what it was back in the day.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you had to sacrifice walking backwards,
Then why do they keep it for the rest of their games? They just got lazy.
that's the thing.
Ugh. That's the challenge of the fucking Resident Evil series. Just make it as frustrating as the very first one, when we couldn't be bothered.
just makes you want to get eaten.
Yeah, pretty much. And I just wanted to quit every time I played it, but I stuck it in. Yeah.
Benny, did you like Rise on the Xbox One?
yeah, no, it was pretty good. I'll probably be checking out when it comes to PC too.
Damn it, steal my thunder. Thank you.
I know, sorry, I thought I'd just get in there nice and quick.
Jerkus Malurkus.
I don't know how well it would do on the PC. I mean, it was good for me
Besides a lot better.
So-
Yeah, should go alright.
because I wasn't used to consoles. So the way that the gameplay used the control, it like really helped me learn to use the controller.
Well, you just wanted to record a macro and just like hack, slash, jump kick.
Yeah, it kind of is, but like you had to press the specific buttons, and because I was used to a keyboard, I found it really helpful as playing that as one of my first console games.
Yeah. Well, when you lent it to me, I played it, and yeah, it was fun. So, and I have the Xbox One controller for my PC, and I freaking love it. So, yeah, I'll be getting it.
Good man.
No, certain games like car racing games, but stuff like what's it called? Watch Dogs. I still use keyboard and mouse. You need that precise aiming, and definitely first-person shooters, keyboard and mouse.
I don't know if I could play Watch Dogs on the computer now. I'm so used to the console, the controller.
I actually haven't played in a while. Yeah, I've done the campaign. It was almost like it's a weird little quirk with me. It's like do the campaign and don't do anything else.
No, I'm the opposite.
Now I've turned into a completionist now.
But I've finished almost all the side missions, but I haven't done the campaign. I was actually so far back in the game that now when I'm doing parts of the campaign, more of the map like unlocks or side missions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or that's like pretty much the first thing I did after. But I'd love to see a stat on how much I've done of it. It'd probably be quite high. But as soon as I did the campaign, I just went around unlocking all the CTOS towers. So now the entire city is open to me. And I'm just working through.
But you kind of need to do most of the campaign. See, I've
done the campaign.
Yeah, I didn't do the campaign. I just went around doing everything on the map.
Silly boy.
But I didn't realize that as you progress, you unlock weapons and skills and stuff. So I was doing it the hard way, like trying to do some of these missions, and I was completely out of my depth.
You've got a potato gun and
yeah,
you've got the ability to make phone calls on your phone. That's about it.
Yeah, didn't have the focus ability to slow down the gameplay to get those headshots in at a crucial moment.
Oh, my skill tree is like probably at about 95%, I reckon. Got to break that out. I might play it after this.
You guys hear about the new city that apparently the new Watch Dogs might be in? It might be DLC. I'm not sure yet.
Oh, really?
The Ubisoft folk tweeted out a like a screenshot or something. It basically said the city of Camden, New Jersey, has the highest crime rate in the US.
I was going to say, I really enjoyed it being in Chicago. Yeah. Because of all the history and stuff, especially with those hotspot things as well.
Yeah.
It also reminded me a bit of The Wire with the Rossi Fremont district and all that.
Yeah, it's really close to that. Like it definitely has the same look. The Wire's in Baltimore, isn't it?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
They had the reference during one of the early trailers where, you know, at the opening credits of The Wire, one of the guys, I think is Bodie, the character from the show, chucks up a rock at one of the surveillance cameras that are watching all the gang members in that little square. If anybody's a fan of The Wire, awesome show. But
The Wire.
Wire.
Breaking Bad or The Wire.
Those are two great shows. But yeah, like I think that's interesting. They're going to go to Jersey.
Yeah, because that'll be good for the hotspots and all that. I actually enjoyed like going to places and, this was the site of some crazy gangland war. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Cool. Well, I'm going to go shoot the guy right over there in the face.
Thing is, though, I mean, like, you'd probably want it in another sort of to scale city that's bigger than Chicago.
Well, they could do like Atlantic City. That would be another one that has
like
just go big. Just
24-hour. Yeah, that'd be.
They could do
amazing.
New York, and it would
isn't,
go quite well in New York. Actually, the game.
What's that? The Division, is that set in New York as well?
Yes. I'm not sure if it's like a.
It's like a futuristic kind of New York, like dystopian
I
future
believe
kind
it
of
is
shit.
supposed to be New York.
Yeah, right. But I mean, that would be so cool if you had those kind of like powers, I suppose. You know, the hacking abilities in New York. But because you know, there's all the alleyways and that kind of stuff. It's a very very detailed city. So that'd be cool. I'd dig it. I'd buy it. I'd get a 1 for it.
Well, that's the thing. Like I would have thought. Hang on, this article is as of 12 hours ago. Tom Clancy's The Division receives a teaser trailer for Gamescom 2014.
Right now?
Right now.
Yeah,
Send us the link.
Link it up.
I will send you the link.
Anybody else who is listening to this? Yeah, go find it yourself.
I'll put it in the link dump, people. Don't worry. Do
Are you
not
going to put Ben's picture in the link up?
calm your tits. I wonder why you went quiet.
He's jacking off to it right now.
Listeners,
I love my
for
spoiler.
those who don't know, here's me talking to myself, being professional, and these guys are sharing nudie pictures to each other. My God.
No.
I do it to try and throw you guys off.
Kidding me? Straight away, I'm just like, sexy.
Sexy.
That's what I said just then.
Mother bitches. Yeah. Well, that's
She's not
something
even
to watch.
naked. Anyway, sorry.
No, I know. Jessica Negri. I
Your
love you.
arms, they're so naked.
No, that's not Jessica Negri.
That's not
No, I
Jessica.
know. I know.
Oh, okay.
Just a
But just in general.
just
yeah.
a random shout
Yeah.
out. There you go.
I often just whisper her name as well.
What's her name?
Jessica Negri.
As long as you don't whisper it to
Is
you.
that her?
No.
No.
Oh.
So more, I like the tongue-in-cheek sort of reference. Of all the things they could have shown us in this screenshot, it's the screenshot of the guy closing the door. It's like, more door closing antics
door
with
closing.
The Division. Yeah.
That was amazing, though. It's how he just nonchalantly closes the door, and you're like, nowhere!
No way, does not do that.
That's our kids. It's kind of like if somebody ever created a game, and you know how like you're in a house. You know how when you step inside a house and it's nighttime, you automatically turn the light on? That they already have that animation there. That'd be cool. That's impressive to me.
Okay.
Something as tiny as that. You just walk up. And like even when, GTA, when you walk up to your own vehicles, like Michael walks up to his own car, and just as you're about to get in, he hits the unlock the car button. So it goes,
okay.
and then he jumps in. I'm like, that's cool. That's automatic. People would do that.
Devil's in the detail. Well, that's all I've kind of got for game-related stuff. It was a combination of Gamescom and stuff that's happened this week.
Well, we are going to get the big news by next week.
Yes, next week's going to be a good show. Hopefully with a guest.
Ooh.
And
Does the guest have titties?
no, he doesn't.
Can he put on some titties?
I'll see if I'll make that request. See how it goes down. I'll do it after he's accepted, though, just so I know he'll come on.
Good.
Do you
One
guys?
thing I'm not sure if you and Ben are aware of, because you use Steam. I'm not sure if Ron uses Steam.
No, I don't game on PC that much.
Oh, okay. But the new update for Steam allows you to hide games in your library now. So you don't have to scroll through hundreds of
Endlessly,
titles.
yeah.
Oh, I thought it was hide as in like, you can download, those Japanese dating simulators, aka tentacle porn games, and you can just make it look like it's not there. You just hide, and then people can't see that you've been jacking off to it.
I haven't tried it yet, but it does disappear. So I'm guessing you probably could. But I'm not
That's
sure if Steam
handy,
has any of
I would-
those games.
I imagine that'd be incredibly handy. So you can give yourself a handy. Get
No
it?
pun intended. So who's got a topic then?
I
do.
was wondering
Oh,
if
go.
Gavin, because you've got quite a collection building of figurines, were you tempted to go to Japan to hit up the 7-Eleven for a limited edition Evangelion statue?
Oh, awesome. I love that
$15,000.
show.
Evangelion.
Neon Genesis.
You never saw it?
Negative.
One of the biggest cartoons of the 90s.
Oh, right. Sorry. I'm picturing it in my head. No.
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 Well, this figurine was 2 meters tall,
Okay.
got the 7-Eleven colors, and it's a robot. And it cost $18,000, and it's sold out of their allotted 25
Wow.
in 2 minutes.
Yeah, I don't. That does not shock me at all. That was like a fucking loved series.
No, I'm
Like-
probably still standing next to the vending machine with the sword panties. Oh wait, did I
that's
say that? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
would you buy $18,000 figurine?
Negative.
No.
Negative. I can
yeah,
think
it
of-
does seem like a bit much. What about that? There's you can get that Skyrim one of the Dragonborn, but like it's full size, like it's life sized, and he's standing on that rock, like in all those promotional pictures. Have you guys heard of that?
I haven't seen that one.
No.
Oh right, well I don't know. I
Is
don't know
it
how
all
much-
black?
I think so. Yeah, it's not colored.
Oh, if it's all black, then I have seen it, and I saw it just today, and it did look awesome. But I was worried about how, like, the questions that would come from it. It's like, okay, so what's this? And I'm about, I don't know. It just looked cool. I just like to actually have some knowledge behind the things that I'm buying.
Oh right, yeah, because you haven't played Skyrim.
No.
Ah, well, when you pick up Fallout, pick up Skyrim too.
God, I'm just spending money. Jesus.
These would be cheap by now.
Let me just write this down. Hang on.
Yeah.
Sky rim job. Okay.
Yeah, Skyrim pops up on the Steam sales, so you'll be able to pick it up pretty cheap.
I am a gamer. Trust me.
You'll pretty much quit your job for that game. You will not have time to do anything. You will not like go to the toilet. You won't eat. You will just stop. Like I remember when I was playing it, like I'd just get a piece of bread. That's all, a piece of bread, and I'd have it next to me. And anytime my character ate, I'd take a bite.
You're a method actor, are you?
Somewhat,
Method.
but only
I am.
method gamer, really.
I'm a method gamer.
Yeah. My character takes a drink, I take a drink.
If my character's a hermaphrodite, then I'm a hermaphrodite.
Exactly. I will carve a pussy in my taint,
Oh, God.
in my gooch.
But no, I would not buy said statue, Chris. I'm actually a little bit disappointed in, of all the games that are coming out in the next few months. I'm hoping there's going to be a Batman one. I'm hoping there's going to be... I mean, you could do a whole freaking range for Mortal Kombat. Christ. They would
Yeah.
sell like hotcakes.
Well, I mean, the Chung-Li ones would sell. I'm not sure if...
Chung-Li, wait, she's from Street Fighter?
Oh, wait, which one?
Street Fighter. But yeah, she would sell too.
Female.
I'm sure there'd be a bunch of them, actually. But I've never looked them up. I'm not much of a figurine guy.
Well, I was going through like some of the games coming up with Ben the other day, and like you could do the Evolve monsters, for example. That would look sick. Like if you buy all three as a set, or you buy individual ones, that would look sick. I suppose some sort of replica gun or something for Call of Duty.
People have made their own, which I think is really cool.
Well, yeah,
like,
it's all part of the cosplay thing, isn't it?
yeah,
Some
yeah.
of those cosplayers are amazing.
And just enlisting the help of a 3D printer person and saying, here you go, here's a render, mock it up, I'll paint it myself. And
I remember there was that company that I think one of you guys mentioned in a show ages ago where you can you send them a photo of yourself and they make a action figure of you, like in your garb, your clothes.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
And you pay like,
it's
I don't know if it's
expensive.
like
It's a few $100.
yeah, it's not like just buying a normal toy or anything, but like, I suppose it'd be worth it. But when you create your own character in Skyrim or something like, or any of those kind of characters, like even Mass Effect, where you get to choose all the little bits, like what type of eyebrows and that kind of shit, and you can send that in, and then the shepherd that they send you is the shepherd that you created. That would be
That's
cool.
pretty
But I mean,
I'd probably buy the figurines if it was like customized like that.
Yeah. It's like, this is the guy that I created. He's ugly as sin, but you know what? That's the one that I played with. That's the shepherd I remember.
I mean, even Destiny. I mean, with the amount of money they've put into it already, there's nothing to stop you from going export. How simple would it be? Export Guardian to print, and it just goes through, hooks into your PayPal. 2-3 weeks
So
later.
you with Destiny, you can create like your own, like what they wear with your character. Is it?
Well, I
is it
don't know.
really
We
expensive?
didn't really have anything. I believe you can change what they wear. I don't think it was in the beta, but it was kind of like Mass Effect. You can change the face, the eyes.
Yeah,
I
right.
mean, you're constantly getting like boot upgrades and stuff, and whether
Yeah.
or not that sort of altered the look of things terribly drastically. Because I mean, it's a
Little things did, but most of the time it was just like a color. Unless you
right.
got like a certain type of armor, which was obviously a lot heavier, then it did change the way that your person looked.
They're missing such an opportunity though.
Yeah, they're sitting on a fucking gold mine.
Like how many of these games coming out? Like I mean, like we said, we've got Evolve, you got Call of Duty, you got God, all the other ones. Throw some at me. Far Cry. Nah. Would you want an elephant from Far Cry? Who knows? Yeah, Call of Duty, bit of gun, or maybe some sort of replica weapon. That might be a little bit sketchy. I don't know.
Yeah,
Assassin's Creed.
I don't
Assassin's
think
Creed. I mean, that's
Stray would let you get the replica weapons.
as in like a 3D printed version of it, though.
Well, it depends. Like you can try. Sometimes customs will say no.
It's solid plastic and there's no moving parts, but you still can't have it.
But it looks like.
Wait, like, did they do that with because Todd McFarlane, who created Spawn? He's got his own toy company, and they've created like plastic replicas of the Hidden Blade and stuff like that. Which are buyable. You know what I mean? But I don't know about here because I've never seen them around here, and I've never gone to any kind of cosplay-ish associated gathering of gamers or fans or whatever. But like, I've never seen them around here, and but I know that he basically mass-produced a bunch of like plastic toy version of Hidden Blades, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Cool.
But have you guys checked out Man at Arms?
The
The
He-Man
YouTube.
character?
No, Man at Arms is a YouTube thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
okay.
guy who makes all the weapons. That's
That's right. Yeah. He makes like actual working, like actually dangerous versions
wow.
of video game weapons, and
Like he's an actual blacksmith. He does movies and all that sort of shit. And then
Yeah.
they're
Oh,
kind of
awesome.
like, oh, we want the Frostmourne sword from World of Warcraft. So
Yeah.
he'll like make it like it's an actual proper freaking sword.
yeah, and
Wow.
they
That
touched
one
up-
he did. Yeah, like that one I reckon was one of the best ones he did, the Frostmourne one from World of Warcraft, because that's like really hard to make. And he's like, yeah, I've been putting this one off for ages.
Yeah.
But it's seriously good, that one. Yeah,
That is
they're all
sick.
awesome.
on his
Sephiroth
YouTube
sword
channel
from just awe.com, I think. Or
Yeah,
Yeah, Orme.
I've subscribed
Orme, that's it, yeah, Orme.
Yeah, Orme, yeah.
Yeah, and like
I've just subbed
there
it
was
just now.
Sephiroth's sword from what's it, Final Fantasy, and in the game that sword is like supposed to be 3 meters long, and like a real sword like that, it would just wobble, and like he still tried to make it as long as possible, but like when they're cutting shit up at the end, you can see it just wobbling because it's all in slow mo, but like it's still pretty fucking cool. And things like Mjolnir, like Thor's hammer, even Raphael's size, which I thought were cool, but like from the cartoon, and I thought that's really cool. And
Oh well, Gav, you like Batman? He does the batarangs as well.
Are you
He
watching
makes
my
them.
screen? I'm watching that video right now.
he makes
Why
he
watching
makes them
videos
quite
in the middle
big,
of
though.
a podcast? What is this?
I'm educating myself.
I thought there was.
See, I'm still
like-
being able to talk to you guys in a nice way and very simple. Yeah,
But yeah, that's a really cool site.
I like the chamfer that he puts on the edge of the blades there. It's quite cool. They weren't present in the actual movie. They were sort of hard edged, but these have got a chamfer to them. Yeah,
Chamfets.
chamfer.
I wish I had somebody I knew that could do that kind of stuff. That would be awesome.
Yeah, it'd be pretty handy. And like with the Hidden Blade, like it's got actual, like it's like an actual functional, like with working mechanics. I don't remember if he had like if it was attached to a ring. And you tug on the ring, then the blade comes out, and then you tug it again, and it goes back in. But I can't remember. But it's still pretty.
Oh, yeah, to release the spring or something.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's how Todd McFarlane's ones were like. There was like a ring attached, and it comes out, then it comes back in, so it doesn't cut you. But
Yeah.
it's plastic. But his one, I don't remember what the mechanism was. I just remember thinking it was really cool, and then really, really wanting one.
I love how in like a setting of like cosplay, it's all fine. But if that same person was to walk down the street and you go, "What's that in your hand there?" It's like, "Oh, this is just a hidden blade. I'm on the way to a cosplay
Made out of
convention."
metal.
You'd be like, "Okay, come with us, son. You're coming for some questioning." Under, you are basically a terrorist. I'm terribly sorry.
So he walks
terrorist with a
into-
hidden
to
blade.
bank to make a deposit, forgets that he's wearing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Or accidentally sneezes and the blades come out like fucking Wolverine.
Whoopsies.
Ooh,
Oh yeah, he
sorry
makes
about that.
Wolverine's claws as well.
Yeah. Oh, it's good to see that he's got some got a good following. He's got like 2.2 million subs. It's crazy.
Wow.
What he does is Q. Just Q.
Teleq.
Super Q.
Does he have
Probably
a spelling?
segues nicely into some movie news.
Movie news.
Lonely Island are going to do a
Yells.
movie.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh,
When I
really?
heard about that, I'm kind of like, oh, what would it be about? Because, yeah, like, and I heard there's a possibility it could be some kind of like a musical thing, you know? And like, then they were guessing like,
Of
oh,
course it
maybe,
would. There would be
maybe
any...
they'll bring like all the classics back. I'm like, no, don't do that, don't do that. They're fine how they are. Just like just
Yeah.
make it all new, and like that'll be great. They always do good, creating their own stuff, and like they don't need to use all the old stuff. That would just be a waste, I reckon.
That'd
But,
be a waste of a movie. Like, if they just redid their songs that everybody already loves.
Yeah.
it's-
They
I mean,
could
they've
like,
already
for a
got
live
videos
concert. That
for it
makes
on
sense.
Wouldn't that be funny though if you had like a movie theater and like 300-400 people just all singing along, just having the time of their lives, just I just had sex, or like dick in a box or something? That'd be hilarious.
It's happening in like pubs. Like when I go to the pub and they've got like the jukebox and somebody puts on a Lonely Island song, everyone sings it.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the words. Like they're having a
Yeah.
great time. But I wouldn't want to pay. I wouldn't want to pay to get into that pub just to do that. You know? What I
No,
mean?
I mean, they've already done so well with the video clips that they've got.
It's interesting. What would it be about? Because I mean, the last time all three of them got together, I think all they did they made Hot Rod.
Which
And-
is awesome.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. You haven't seen Hot Rod, you're an idiot. Well, you're not an idiot. You probably might not have heard of it, but it was like it's got a
But
bit
you're
of
still
like,
an idiot.
Yeah.
Everyone should have seen that movie.
That's true.
Guess I'm an
We
idiot
gave you
then.
we
You're an
gave
idiot,
you a
Gavin.
chance. You had plenty of time,
It's been up
See ya.
plenty long. Should have seen it.
and it's just so stupid, that movie. But like, you'll be quoting it forever. Like,
Yeah.
I got a girl who's a bartender at a pub I go to. Her name's Kathy, and just because of fucking Hot Rod, every time I see it, it's like Kathy.
Is she hot? She put out.
I've like,
Oh, look at this! The tables will turn, bitch.
Did you tell her that?
wait,
she
how they
looks shitty?
turn, man? I was trying to answer you, then you went over me.
It wasn't at a speed that I was happy with, so I thought I'd caught you out.
Somewhat. I don't know, doesn't really throw me off. Yeah, she's kind of cute. Put out. I have no fucking idea though.
Oh.
Yeah, I leave before she's done. I'm just like, I'll get drunk elsewhere.
Kathy.
Yeah, and that drives her absolutely insane. Yeah.
And also,
House cat.
speaking
So what
of
if
batarangs,
one of
though,
us went there and just started doing it completely stranger to her?
Oh fuck! I actually want to see that. If, like somebody walked up, but yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, give it a crack, man. I would fucking laugh my ass off.
That'd be hilarious.
whereabouts is
We'll
she?
have to organise it one night.
Yeah,
I'll message you. Just
just say the word. Just say the word.
what pub is this?
I'm not gonna say we're online. This is
I
gonna be
see.
live. Yeah.
Okay. God.
you don't want a bunch of people doing it.
I just don't want anybody bothering me.
You're that guy. You're that guy from that podcast.
Fuck off. Straight away.
You're that guy from that advert too.
Oh,
I bought an iPad because of you.
Oh, fuck off. Every time it would just be the same thing. Hey, can I buy you a drink? Fuck off. Oh,
No, wait, actually,
you can
stay
do that.
here,
No,
stay
sorry,
here,
yeah,
stay
no, do that actually. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be great. And now, fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of batarangs, looks like Batman's been moved up.
Yay!
Superman? The movie?
Yeah, Batman.
Oh, that's a
Superman.
plus, I suppose.
March 25th, as opposed to, I think it was May. It was going to be May before, but then they figured out that it was going to be competing with the next Captain America installment, I think.
So even they're scared of, all like DC's still scared of like how all the Marvel's movies have been going. I stumbled in that sentence about 40 times. Did anybody notice that?
It
I
did,
knew what you're talking about there.
it really lent to the credibility of your argument there.
Oh,
stumbling
It
over
has
it 900
ignited
times.
the rivalry though between Marvel and DC.
yeah. Well, I mean, because that's the thing. I don't really see it as a like that they hate each other. I just see them as comic book movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like DC, Marvel, I don't care. They're both kind of great. So stumbling on him is just me kind of going, wait, hold on, who's who again? I just don't see him as that. Don't likes it. Don't likes the conflict.
Well, it's been brought forward, so you don't have to worry about any conflict. You don't have to be there in the queue going, what will I see? Am I going to see Captain America or am I going to see Batman?
I'd probably watch the Batman one because I like Batman more than Captain America.
Yeah, me too.
Captain America is just a hero that I just don't like him. He's
a bit of a dick.
face, he dies. That's it. He's just a Superman, you know, like, not a Superman. He has no powers. He's just like super strong.
He's a man.
And that's it. Like Thor punches him in the face. The guy's head explodes. That's it. No more Captain America. Same with Hawkeye and Black Widow. They're just people. And
I've got arrows.
yeah,
I don't know. I'll
like,
let
yeah, but
Black Widow
you're-
stay in the movie.
yeah. Well, everybody needs a little bit of ScarJo, but it's just if she was all like, "Well, I'm a spy. I'm super good at this," and then I don't know, Hulk like sits on her. That's it. Like
I
that's
thought you
the
were
end.
going with something else then.
Or,
No. I could have taken it further, but yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Give me a topic. Let's roll.
The Taiwanese government has banned
Oh God, is this political
the
bullshit? That's it.
game Tropico 5.
which one?
Tropico 5?
Why?
Have you heard of that one before?
Isn't it because it isn't it like a Sims game kind of?
Yeah. So basically,
Incitement to violence or like
pretty much, yeah, because in the game you can declare martial law or run like a dictatorship or whatever, and they
And it's
kind of
in China or Taiwan.
no,
So they just decided to ban it
Vietnamese.
just because.
yeah, they kind of just don't like giving people the idea of doing something like that, I guess.
Okay.
Did anybody tell them it's not real?
No,
Or it's just the idea that like putting
Games are real
those
life.
kind of
What are you talking
danger,
about?
like that kind of dangerous thinking in people's minds is too much for them to handle.
yeah, pretty much.
So then they
Right.
basically know that they're running the country into the ground. That they're like, oh wait, hold on, don't do this.
Don't give them ideas.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, I think they got crazy strict laws against like anti-political movements and things like that. So I guess they kind of just don't want them quite literally toying with the idea of doing things like that. So
I
Do
suppose
they
it is another
still-
country. There's nothing I can really say or do that's going to change anything. They have great soup though.
They do
Which
make a
is
mean
fun.
pad thai.
I could smash a pad thai right now.
And the rice paper rolls I was eating before, Vietnamese, awesome.
Ooh.
Pad Thai's
Nice.
Thai, isn't it? Or Malaysian?
All same, everything same.
Same.
What are you trying to say, Ben? That we're all the same? Hey?
That was the joke, yes.
Oh, really? So you're a racist, are you?
In a joking way, yes.
Go back to your clan rally, you fuck.
I've been
escalated
playing.
quickly.
I've been playing another game this week called Gods Have Been Watching. It's by the same development team. I always fucking forget the name.
It's kind
That did Hotline Miami.
Oh, okay.
Deconstruct team or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. It's basically like puts you
Is
in
it like
some
black
real...
and white?
Sorry? No.
Is it like black and white?
No.
You guys
Oh,
ever
wait,
play
what do you
that?
mean?
Like Black
Oh.
and White was the game that came out years and years ago where you basically play a god and you
Yeah, I
have
remember
to get
that
your people to worship you and make sacrifices. And you have like this, your pet is just this massive, huge... Like,
Oh, yeah. That game
Yeah.
was hilarious. I loved it.
Yeah, no, it is completely the opposite of that.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like pixel graphics, much similar to Hotline Miami again. And
Okay.
basically, I think it's only about 6 levels, but it puts you in like certain scenarios where, first scenario, basically, you're hacking into a computer. So you're broken into a complex, you're hacking into a computer. So you kind of got to you're looking after hostages. You got to make sure the hostages don't escape or try and take over you or whatever. You've got to handle guards that are at the door who are slowly advancing, and you've got to make sure that the guy is still safe while he's hacking the computer. So kind of just imagine like micromanaging everything so it all melds together sort of thing. And it's kind of like it's turn-based. So it's kind of hard to explain, but it's a lot of fun and it's very hard. If you go to their website, they kind of have like a little web-based trial version of it, which is kind of similar. It's very similar to the game, but the game feels a lot better than the web-based sort of thing.
Are there dialogue trees and that kind of stuff, or it's just strictly what you do, like not interacting with any other characters?
Yeah, I mean, there is dialogue where, you talk to other characters, but I don't think there's actual trees or anything like that. You kind of just give them commands to do, or like, you know, go over to talk to like a hostage to calm them down, or you go over to kick them or to kill them sort of thing. So, you know, you can't lose hostages because you need them, you know, there's like a bargaining chip so the guards don't come in.
Sounds like a sociopath's dream.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And there's also another part which you will love, Ronald, because I know you like torture and everything. There's a torture level as well, where basically you and a team member are getting tortured for information.
Right.
And you kind of have to balance the information you give them. So if you give them too much information, they'll have no use for you, so they'll just kill you. But if you don't give them enough, you know, they're probably going to kill you as well. So you got to get the right balance while you're getting like beaten up or like teeth pulled out and all that sort of stuff.
Interesting. How are they showing this? Like, is there like a pain meter on one side and an information meter on the other or something?
Not really. No, it's kind of just, you kind of have to gauge it yourself. So
I've got to see this. This sounds great.
It's kind of hard, and the graphics are really well done too. So it's.
I think but you said it was like pixelated, right?
Yeah.
That's perfect. Like it's stylized. It doesn't have to look pretty, but I got to check this out.
It's a lot of fun, but it's seriously hard. Like I was even playing it on easy, and the first level was hard. Like it takes a while for you to get your head around like the game mechanics. Once you figure out the game mechanics, it's fine, but each level has a different game mechanic which you have to figure out first, kind of like a boss sort of fight.
Right.
And then you get it done at the end. So it's a lot of fun. It's, you know, once you see it, you'll be like, oh yeah, that's Ben's type of game where it's different and, you know, different graphics, different storyline, things like that. So yeah, I really like that sort of shit. So
cool.
Check it out. God's sake.
I'm checking that out.
And again, go to their website and you get to play like a little web-based sort of thing, which is... How long
does that last for? Is it just kind of like, at this point of the game, this would happen, but you have to buy it now? No.
It's its own little thing where it puts you in your own little scenario. It's still pretty skin deep sort of thing, whereas the game is a lot more fleshed out. But yeah, the web-based game gives you a good idea. Whereas if you like the web-based game, yeah, definitely go buy the game.
Cool.
Awesome.
So, checks it out.
Shall we jump into Reddit?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm kind of enamored with it. Let me send you a link because I
guys finally getting into Reddit after I've been yammering on about it for years.
Well, I've always been a lurker. I've just never wanted to type anything out. One of the crazy things about that site is you sit there and you just realize how much more funnier everybody else is.
Oh yeah.
And how quick they are. And I'm just like, I'm not even going to try, but I'm going to enjoy this, and everything everybody posts up on that impresses the shit out of me. And
it's just funny how someone will post a comment and it just takes one person to turn it around, and the whole thing just goes against this person who's just done it. Kind of innocent comment, like you can go, oh, I knew what he was trying to say, and then everyone's like takes it the wrong way, and it just goes completely crazy.
Right to hell. It's brilliant. And I go on there all the time for the Ask Me Anythings. I find
the Ask Me Anything
fascinating,
brilliant. Some of the people they get is awesome.
Is there a particular? I mean, I was looking at I Learned Today. Well, was it Things I Learned Today? Things I Learned?
Oh, Today I Learned.
Today I Learned. There you go.
TIL.
TIL. They were quite entertaining and not as risque as what some of the other ones would be. But I think
Gav's almost the moderator on Gone Wild.
You were?
No, I said Gav is.
Oh,
almost the moderator.
Sounds sketchy as hell.
I subscribed you to that when last time I grabbed your phone. I subscribed you to that.
Oh, right. I'm going to have to... Oh, I've just literally just clicked on a search and... am I over 18? Well, this is dubious.
You are.
God. Well, that's more educational reading for next time.
Yeah. But also, just quickly, if you're new to Reddit, make sure you check out Space Sticks. It's probably the best subreddit on there. It's just a bit of everything. It's pretty good. So
Space Sticks.
Yeah. I mean, it
That
sounds...
doesn't sound sketchy at all.
No, it sounds a bit silly, but it's pretty good.
That's it. I'm looking
Just-
it up right now. You're going to get
Just
my...
a little bit of everything. Oh, you
Yeah.
can check it out whenever you want.
No, I'm going to do it right now.
Okay.
That's impressive. We'll put some links in the link dumps, folks. Don't worry, you're not missing out on anything.
Space Sticks.
Is there any particular thing I should be aiming for? Because I was going to just go Today I Learned, because there was a few interesting ones in there.
Ask Reddit is pretty... Oh, you already put that one up. Yeah, Today I Learned... I've
Oh my
subbed to
god,
like...
too long didn't read.
Huh?
Sorry, that something here is really long. Go on, sorry.
Yeah, there's like infinite amount of things to subscribe to.
Here you go. Today I learned that the CIA hired a magician to train agents in sleight of hand techniques for use in Mickey slipping LSD experiments. Which sounds plausible.
I do that anyway.
Hey, you want to see a sleight of hand trick? Did you see it? No? Oh, okay. Drink up.
Well, I'll come back in 20 minutes.
That's pretty much it. The thing is, I don't bring it up. I show them something else, and then I've already spiked them, and then, oh god, I'm not going to continue saying this. I could probably get convicted.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say it was you, Gav. Because that whole thing was your idea.
The butterfly made me do it.
Game of Thrones receives money from the Irish government to keep airing because their initial investment of £9 million returned £65 million through Game of Thrones related tourism.
That
It's
makes
in
sense.
Ireland, is it?
They film a lot of the which scenes are they from? Like all the hilly green looking stuff in Ireland. Yeah.
Oh.
Anything else they? Where else do they fucking film?
Wales, I would imagine.
Oh, because like there's fuck another place near them. Where is it? Like all the stuff that's across the narrow sea, something like
Bravos.
Marine and all that, and and Bravos and that. They all filmed that in fucking. Oh my god, where's?
Hertfordshire?
No,
Hertfordshire's a big
it's
town.
not in England.
Oh, right.
Scotland.
Yeah. No, it's not England or Scotland. It's like
Blacktown.
Blacktown. That'd be like the Game of Thrones version of hell.
That's Mordor.
Yeah.
Wrong game. Wrong franchise. Yeah.
In Good Will Hunting, that was written by Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. They originally put in a gay sex scene between those two characters in the movie just to make sure that studio directors were actually reading the script, and only Harvey Weinstein was the person who said something about the scene. So
Oh
presumably
wow,
he was the only one that actually read it.
that's
Classic.
so fucked up. Like, I mean, that's hilarious that they did that. But I mean, that's so fucked up
that
when you
was
think
before
about
they
it.
were famous, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't
So,
that fucked up?
I mean-
Like that, you see that they don't even fucking read them.
Oh, they...
It's like if
Yeah.
they just read the treatment. It's basically like reading the blurb on the back of a book.
That's
And then
kind of
going
what
like,
we
oh
do.
yeah, I pretty much know the story. Then you just fucking chuck the book onto your bookshelf or whatever. And they're like, oh, have you read that? I heard it's good. It's like, oh,
Well-
yeah, it's about this and this and this. And no, 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 you should check it out.
Their assistant reads it when they get around to it.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah. Billy
just-
Joel gives away all of his front row tickets to random people in cheap seats, so the front row isn't always full of just wealthy people.
That's
Oh, that's pretty cool.
what a champion.
Meanwhile, I'm just reading. These all do have citations, but I'm just like a headline, so I'm not actually going to click on the link to get more information. I'm just assuming that they're all citation
Could be
providers.
fake.
It's
Yeah.
funny. I've been watching, as you know, probably working my way through Entourage, and his character Harvey Weinstein is Harvey Weingard, I think, in Entourage.
Oh, okay.
And the way they portray him Like he just gets fucked over each and every time. Like he goes out of his way to kind of put Vince in movies and stuff, and then but there's a better movie around the corner. We'll just tell Harvey, we don't want to do it. It's like, it's too late. We've already accepted, or it's already been farmed out, or there's already been a press release or something. It's like, well, we've got to do what we've got to do. And like, you just type in Harvey Weingarten, and there'll probably be a YouTube video of just him like with his blood pressure just going fucking skyrocketing. You swear this guy's about to have a heart attack, but it's hilarious. There's actually an article in there from 2007 saying what Harvey really thinks of Entourage, and how his doppelganger is portrayed on the show. It's quite funny.
Well, what did he say?
He said
It would be kind of awkward if they actually shopped that to him first. He started setting it up and then they went to somebody else.
So just when you think Hollywood moguls have a sense of humor about their media portrayals, you find that they don't. There's been some internet buzz that Harvey Weinstein is amused by his doppelganger portrayal on HBO's Entourage. I can tell you that's bullshit. As everyone knows, actor Maury Chaykin has been playing Harvey Weingarten in a way to imply that the real Harvey is a terrifying tyrant. Well, I heard from a source close to Weinstein at the recent Camp Allen Mogul Fest in Sun Valley, asked the real half to do a walk-on for the show. Weinstein replied, "Fuck you," noted the longtime pal, and it was a serious fuck you. So apparently he doesn't really like the way he's been portrayed.
Wow.
Lol.
So he doesn't want to be like Rupert Murdoch in The Simpsons, and
He does his own voice sometimes.
yeah, he did the line, "I'm Rupert Murdoch, billionaire tyrant."
That's right.
I
What a
got one
champion for doing
more.
that.
I got one more good one.
By the way, Ben,
Yeah.
fuck you, man. What is this space stick shit? Smile, faggot. Eat a dick, faggots. Been hanging with your sister lately, faggots. Jesus Christ.
Hey, actually,
wow.
don't click on the pictures.
Well, I've already have.
Oh, good. In Stockholm, there is a speed camera lottery where good drivers can win money from the fines of speeding drivers.
That's sick.
Oh,
That
really?
is so good.
I'd never win that. Not in a million
The
years.
most we have is half price for renewing your driver's license. You have a perfect
Which
record,
I didn't
like me,
even know
because I have a
about.
perfect record.
Which I got 3 weeks ago. June it was. 21st of June it was.
How good is it? Instead of costing $160, it's $80.
And stupid me didn't. She goes, I'm happy to announce, happy to give you a 50% discount. Do you want the 5 years instead of the 3 years? And I'm like, you know what? I never like the photos. I'll just go
Oh
to
my
3.
God.
And then typically, it's a dynamite photo as well. So I'm like, fuck, I could have had this for 5 years, save myself some money, and not have to walk into the leper colony that is the RTA for another 5 fucking years. Unbelievable. So yeah,
That's crazy.
gutted.
So vain, Gavin.
I am indeed. What was one you want to lay down, Ben?
Huh?
You were just about to lay one down, weren't you?
Oh, no. I was just saying the speed camera one, that was it.
Oh, was that it, was it? Okay.
Yeah. Thought that was
I wonder
good.
how the hell would go about doing that, though. It's like you
But
just
that's
get
like-
randomly
yeah.
snapped.
Yeah.
No,
But that's like-
it's saying that good drivers will be given a share of the money collected
Yeah, that's fair
from the
enough.
bad drivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like, obviously there's a record like they have here of people that have never had a speeding fine, and that'll choose a couple of people at random or whatever, and instead of the money going to the government, the money goes to them. Yeah.
I mean, they could make that work very, very easily. I mean, Christ, what do they get per year? It's like,
It'd
Well,
be
one
like
camera
speed
works
camera
out.
makes $1 million in 6 months. So
yeah.
It'd be a drop in the ocean in terms of revenue for them, but like a world of difference for good drivers, I guess. Who knows? It may make people in Australia drive a bit safer, but who knows? But that's like in New York, the lead up to Christmas, the 2 or 3 weeks up to Christmas, I think it's all the parking fines. All that money goes to charity to buy children, orphan children, presents for Christmas.
That's
wow,
good.
that's awesome.
Yeah. I
And the
don't have
green
it.
card lottery as well.
Yeah. That's crazy. Like a fucking lottery.
I actually, in the research for tonight's show, I read this other one who had a video attached to it where James Cameron altered the stars in the night sky of the raft scene in Titanic
Because-
after Neil deGrasse
It's
Tyson
Tyson. Yeah.
sent him an email saying the stars would have been different in 1912.
He should have just sent back should have just totally sent back a letter going like, who gives a fucking fuck? Jesus. That's all there is to it. It's like, what?
Apparently
So what?
they were at a dinner party around about the time that was, I think, due to be re-released as like the 10-year anniversary. And they were having dinner. It was just the 8 of them or something. And he'd sent them emails prior, and he had a bit of Dutch courage. He had a few glasses of wine sort of thing. He goes, did you ever get my emails about like, saying how like the night sky was actually different back then? And apparently it was a mirror image or something of what they actually used. And like one of the scenes that just had no reference point, considering the whole movie was all about how well everything had been recreated and whatnot. So he goes, you know what? At last time I checked, this movie has grossed $1.3 billion. It's like, just imagine how much more I would have got if the night sky was correct. And he just sort of went, and just completely shriveled up. Oh, my
That's
dick.
perfect. That's the best call ever.
Just rocked him completely.
Because, like, how does it matter? How? It's like, when you watch a movie. Here's an example. The once again, back to The Simpsons. Like a nerdy guy that you're watching a movie with. But remember when Xena's on... oh, no, it's not Xena. Krusty or some shit.
Lucy Lawless.
Yeah, but not that one. The one where Homer becomes the dog. The dog's voice in Itchy and Scratchy. And then...
Poochie.
Poochie, yeah, he's Poochie, and one of the nerds in the audience goes like, yeah, in episode blah 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 and blah blah blah, season yada yada yada.
Rib twice
Yeah.
but makes two separate noises.
Yeah.
That's right. You're like, what? Who cares? Who cares? Like,
Thanks, nerd.
Yeah, like I will get to that point now and then. Like if I'm watching some kind of movie and I'm like, oh, that's just stupid, but then I'll forget about it like a minute later because I just get back into whatever I'm watching and something that small.
He just came across as like just so douchey. I was like, fuck, just let it go. Like,
Yeah.
seriously, the movie was released. He probably commented it in 1992, and then upon its re-release, he just had a bit of FaceTime with him. Oh yeah, by the way, that sky's wrong. Fuck you.
Whereas I remember when that movie came out, people would watch it in the cinemas, and it was mostly guys who actually, because the movie was like, what, 2.5 hours long or some shit? It was just really
It
long.
was like the first movie ever, like 2.5 hours or something.
Yeah, and it, like a lot of people weren't used to that. And so guys would go in, watch it, and it's like, oh God, when is the ship going to fucking sink? And they're holding it in, right? They're holding in their poop. And then by the time the ship starts sinking, instead of just running to the toilet real quick, they'd poop right there in the cinema. And they wouldn't even give a shit. They're just like, fuck it, this is what I came to see. And yeah, I think that's amazing.
I'm not having sex tonight.
Really?
Well, didn't the movie take longer from the point in time when it started to sink? It took longer in the movie than what it actually did in real life.
This is probably.
Probably.
So it's like at the moment of impact in the iceberg,
Oh, right, yeah,
there
yeah.
was probably like an hour and a half of the movie left to go, when in reality, like it probably sunk within an hour or something. Like,
Yeah. I suppose it's just to make it look better. But yeah, I know what you mean. Hey, I suppose that's why guys were shitting their pants in the cinemas.
that's it.
Which reminds me, who wants to see the Ninja Turtles movie?
I do.
Yeah,
All right,
I
cool.
would.
Can we hold hands and watch it at the same time?
Totally. We'll sing the theme tune, and I'll take my figurines out of their shrink wrapping.
Awesome.
Ooh.
I'm going to dress up as Raphael.
He was my favorite.
Yeah, he was the best one.
Yeah,
Can I dress up as Michelangelo just so I can have pizza in the cinema?
I think all the turtles would probably eat the
I was
pizza.
going to say, to be fair, we can probably apply that to everyone.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, yeah, they don't have like little shitty like cinema pizzas there, do they?
You know what? If we go to the George Street one, we can go to the Pizza Hut across the road and order like a family size, like cheese and tomato.
Oh, shit,
Nice.
wait, hold on. That's right. That's one of the last Pizza Huts in Sydney where it's an actual restaurant where you can actually sit down.
Yeah.
Man,
So, listeners, if you want to come,
just rock the fuck up.
you know where to meet us. You just don't know what time or day. So go there now.
We'll just hang around. It'll be fine. That place is safe.
Totally safe. There are no homeless people around that area.
Not one. I never see any. I actually know a couple of them. They're nice fellas.
There's one that's the one up at David Jones. Apparently, he's a twin. I think I got told the story from Sophie's friend, and she's a nurse. But what they would do is, because they're both homeless, they've both got bushy beards,
Right.
and they would at times sort of go into the hospital to sort of get free treatment, or like a clinic, or just to get like a tidy up kind of thing.
Right.
Have like a shower and a sort of a grease and oil change, as it were. But when they figured out that they were twins, they shaved one of them. Like they shaved the beard off one of them,
right.
just so they could know, which one's coming in.
Oh, jeez.
Fair enough.
Because I mean, Sophie was going back to saying how, like, 10 odd years ago, when she was, probably close to 15 years ago, her mum would take her and her sister out of school and go into the city shopping for the day. Like, just literally just take them out of school and go, right, that's it, we're going shopping today. Like,
Wow.
Sounded awesome. And he's been there collecting for medical expenses for the best part of probably 15, 20 years now.
Oh, wow.
It's like, Jesus, I know Medicare's expensive, but bloody hell.
It's thrifty, I suppose.
It's all a ruse.
Wow.
But yeah.
I'm gonna try to. I'll talk to them next time I see them when I go for a drink next. I'll say hi. So which one of you is a twin? If you speak to me, I'll give you cigarettes.
He's got more
current-
possessions than I do. They just happen to be comprised of, those large stripy plastic bags out from David Jones.
Those bags are pricey.
Pricey bags, baby.
Mm.
We'll be coming up to 2 hours in 3 minutes' time. Shall we wrap, or do you got another topic?
I got a
The
topic.
silence was
for,
deafening.
It's like
Well, we're looking at our tabs.
Ben's gone to sleep.
Fuck.
I got a topic that I think Ron might enjoy.
Oh yeah,
It's about Grand Theft Auto 4.
right. The selfies thing.
Yeah, but apparently because people are modding the game now,
Yeah.
there's one where this modder has put this thing in where you can kind of control other players while and you can make them do things. And apparently he's just gone around and his character does the pumping motion. He just gets people to bend over and it appears like he's raping people in the game.
Yeah, that's right. I read about that. Look, I had a laugh when I saw that, but that's it's kind of fucked up. Sitting there and just kind of playing, it's like, what are you doing? Oh, fucking hell! And just like I'd switch my Xbox off, but it's so broken. Who actually wants to do it? I mean, look, sure, I joke about it a lot, but there is a massive chance it would never actually happen where I get to a point where anything like that would happen with me involved. But I suppose good on him. I don't know. Like, I bet he's like at home just incredibly proud of himself there.
Oh, yeah.
I created the rape simulator, GTA. Yeah, congratulations, buddy.
That sounds horrific.
It's when I watched the video too, and I'm like, oh, come on. Yeah, I watched the whole thing, but well, good on him. That's all I can say to that guy.
That's what happens when people are bored and have talent.
Yeah, bored and have talent. I'm going to create a rape simulator.
Well, that's a hell of a topic to end the show on. That's brilliant.
Well, I didn't know that was going to be the last one. But maybe
I literally just told you. I said, well, shall we wrap up?
I actually have the
no,
rape thing
one
too.
more topic. One thing for Ron.
Wing Commander 3 is free on Origin. There we go.
Wing Commander 3. Was that
That's
the one from like
Dishonored's
20
coming
years
out.
ago?
Yeah, the old school game.
Had like Malcolm McDowell.
It also had
Nice.
Luke Skywalker in it, didn't it? What's his name?
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill.
Mark
I
Hamill,
think so. I don't know.
I think they,
I remember playing it ages ago, but I don't remember anything about it. Release date 1994.
Damn.
Old school.
Yeah, you know, if you like TIE Fighter and all that sort of stuff, which I fucking loved TIE Fighter.
That Wing Commander had like the big cat-looking things as well, right?
Yeah.
They're like aliens or something. I never played it. I just remember it and kind of going like, oh, I should check that out, and just never checked it out. By the way, Dishonored's coming on the 16th for free on Xbox 360.
Why don't they do the same for Xbox One? I mean,
I
the
don't know.
marketplace
I think
is
it's
terrible.
because they haven't got the new HD remakes out for these games. So I suppose it's good that Sleeping Dogs is getting one. But is that Sleeping Dogs one, is that free for one? Or is that
it's
just
just
like...
a-
No,
It's being
no,
released.
it's a relaunch, remastered.
Ah.
I mean, I'd love to play some of the back catalogue games from Xbox because I never played them, but you just can't buy them on the Xbox One.
So like when that comes out, I'm just going to play it and be like, cool, because I never checked out Dishonored and it looked cute.
Yeah.
Even though
It was a
apparently...
great
the
game.
blink- yeah, apparently even though the blink power is overpowered, like once you master that, you're pretty much fine. Nobody can fuck with you.
Okay.
But I mean, you do have a certain amount of energy, so it does run out, and it doesn't.
Oh,
reach-
right. See? I
Yeah,
didn't even know that.
Yeah.
It's here. Check it out. Free.
Well,
Check
I
it
think it
out.
might be in conjunction with Dishonored 2.
Is that...
And so I read something literally today about it. I just don't know what it was relating to.
Oh, wow.
Whether it was a release date or some sort of teaser.
Cool, I suppose.
Not sure. Didn't get into the first one actually, but
I dug the art style. I saw a friend play it, and he was supposed to lend it to me, but now I can get it for free. I'm not going to bother. But I dug the art style and how it was supposed to be even more stealthier than other games that recently came out. Like Hitman, you don't have to be super stealthy. Oh, whoops. But
Oh,
sorry, my elbow hit the microphone stand. But yeah, like I'm definitely looking forward to it and actually finishing that. And
awesome.
yeah, I'm going to create a an add-on where basically everybody that you kill, your character can start humping, and it can look like you're raping them, just like that fucking guy with GTA. Yeah, thanks, guy. Did real good.
and on that note, I think we might end that one there. Okay.
Making all gamers look like sociopathic serial rapists.
Yeah, that should be your tagline.
Yeah.
I'm Ron.
I'm helping every gamer look like a sociopathic serial rapist. Welcome to my show. Yeah, classy stuff.
Welcome to Quad Rape.
Godfrey.
Oh, wow.
Right, so that was episode 32. Thanks everyone for listening. Don't forget to, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to drop a like, really helps me out. Get on Podbean, quadfeed.podbean.com, and we're also on Stitcher and iTunes. Probably have a guest next week, like I mentioned. I won't confirm it 100% just yet, just in case something happens and it doesn't happen. But hopefully next week we'll have a few more Gamescom confirmations, as well as a bit of a breakdown on Call of Duty, the multiplayer side of things. So if you're into that sort of stuff, be sure to tune in. Thanks very much to Ronald.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually stuck around for the bye.
You did, for the buy.
But I'm leaving now. See you, can't.
Thanks very much, Chris.
Thank you.
And thanks very much to the man with the plan, with the Nazi stand. I don't know where I'm going with this. I
Dan.
really don't.
Dankeschön.
And if you hear a news report later in the week about people being decapitated in the Greater Sydney region because of flying off rear spoilers, then you'll know who's responsible. I'm just going
We laugh
to
about it now, but
I'm going to crystal ball it. Yeah.
it's a serious issue.
It's a serious issue of which
I just-
Ben has just ordered some industrial strength cement that's going to weigh down his car, but who knows what will happen. Anyways, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.